risings, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and I am breaking in with breaking news. Man, two women hurt in shooting at Iverson Mall in Maryland. A man and two women were hurt in a shooting at the shops at Iverson in Temple Hills, Maryland, Friday afternoon. Police say two men were inside the mall in the 2700 block of Branch Avenue in the area of the Chipotle when they got into an argument with two women and a man. George police say Chief Malik Aziz said as the two men were leaving, one of them turned around and started shouting at the group. A man who was shot, his life-threatening injuries, and the two women are seriously injured, Aziz said. And all the officer and two officers who were working at the mall came to the aid of the victims after the gunfire rang out at about 12:45. Witnesses told police the suspects ran off. It's unclear if they got into a vehicle. We must address these senseless acts of gun violence by any means, Aziz said. Something must be done to address this violence. They've collected plenty of photos and video from the scenes. It was right outside the parking lot of the Chipotle and Mama Lucy Italian Eatery in the shopping center. They're still looking for the suspects involved. That's all the information they have. Just wanted to break in and give you guys that news real quick. If you're in these areas, please be safe. If you're not in these areas, please be safe. Get you a candy bar in case you got to break somebody off. You got to be safe, folks out here. I got a little bit of video for you real quick. Here we go. One and a two. We're gonna play this videos. This is the chief right here. And here we go.
About 12:45 p.m. today, two males inside this 3700 block of Branch Avenue inside the mall walked out of the mall. Before walking out of the mall, they had verbal exchange with two females and one male who was standing there. Some type of verbal exchange occurred. They exited the location. One of those males turned around and began firing shots, multiple shots, inside the location. He struck two females who are in serious condition, and one male who was in critical condition at this time. Fled in this unknown direction out this door, and we were not able to locate him. At that particular time, there were officers working and visiting all through inside the mall. At about 12:45 p.m. today,
once again,
two males inside.
Like I said, I just wanted to tap in, give you the breaking news. Please be safe out there, y'all. You see what's going on. Protect yourself at all times. Like if you was in a fight, because you are, for your life. And somehow they're going to twist this against us to make laws against us having guns. Up the time that you're supposed to get, if you're a felon caught with a gun, they're going to go ahead and make sure if you're on parole, you can't have a gun. If you had a jaywalking ticket, you ain't gonna be able to have a gun. Beloved, peace, blessings, and maloha.
Be one to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-Black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message, I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this is a petition to demand cash reparations for foundational Black Americans addressing two critical components. So what is anti-Black racism? Anti-Black racism is defined here as policies and practices rooted in American institutions such as government, finance, education, healthcare, and justice that mirror and reinforce economic deprivation, racially targeted laws, beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, stereotyping and/or discrimination toward foundational Black Americans. What is a public health crisis, you ask? Well, a health crisis or public health crisis is a difficult situation or complex health system that affects humans in one or more geographic areas, from a particular locality to encompass the entire planet. Health crises generally have significant impacts on community health, loss of life, and on the economy. And ultimately the solution to the problem, it is imperative that the United States government declare anti-Black racism a public health crisis for foundational Black Americans. In 2020, as a community, Asian Americans experienced only 287 hate crimes nationwide. However, FBA in the same year suffered 2,871 reported hate crimes. As we know, those are just the reported accounts according to the F.B.I. As foundational Black Americans, we know that the number should reach in the billions daily. This resulted in a 94-1 unanimous decision to pass into law an anti-Asian hate crime provision to make Asian a protected class. With anti-Black racism being thousands of times more prevalent and permeating within the fabric of America, we ask that you sign this petition to say we are sick of studies and commissions to study forums and meaningless holidays and nothing burger symbolic gestures. We demand the U.S. government to urgently disperse the first initial reparations cash payment of $20 trillion to the surviving descendants of American chattel slavery. AKA, cut the damn check. And I mean that. Jack. On my ancestors for real. I proudly digress. Anyway, check out the new Slave Patrol documentary. Pull up season on you sucker MCs. Don't forget to join us on Patreon. I got 4 words for you. Go grab a shirt. And love, peace, blessings and Maloa.